What's up, everybody? James Duggan here with IGN. Joining me is Tom Marks. We're at BlizzCon 2017, and more specifically outside of the press demo area where we both got to go hands-on with Overwatch's new hero, Moira. So right off the bat, what did you think?
I thought she was really weird. She was really fun. I am mainly a support player, so it was really great to see a new support character coming into the game. But yeah, her abilities are very strange. There's not really much like her else in the game. No one really has her combination of abilities in that sort of kit either. It's just a very cool, strange, unique champion to come to the roster.
We're going to go through her entire kit, starting off with her left-click, right-click combo, which is Bionic Grasp. And the way that works is the left-click is kind of like a healing flamethrower that's kind of short range. I guess skill shots for support are always welcome, even though that's not much of a skill shot. Her right-click is straight up the Symmetra beam, but a long-range version of so that doesn't do as much damage over time. What did you think about this?
I was really kind of caught off guard by how long-range the right-click is. It's very, very, very far, but like you said, it doesn't do much damage kind of to compensate for that. The healing, what surprised me most about the healing is that it drains this bar, and you have a certain resource you have to use for your healing, and you refill that resource either just by going over time or waiting, or right-clicking people and dealing damage.
Actually, it's called Bionic Energy is the resource.
Let's move on to Biotic Orb, which is her E, and it's just like that. So you have this healing variant and a damage variant, and it's an orb that shoots out and bounces off walls and basically lashes out with these tendrils to connect to people to either heal allies or damage enemies, and you choose which one you want to do. I was trying to get some cool skill shots with this, kills, but it doesn't deal that much damage. What did you think?
No, it doesn't deal much damage. But what was interesting to me is how far it'll go. It will drain out once it actually starts hitting people, but you can throw it and it'll travel in a straight line for a pretty far amount of time. So it's kind of a good way, at least when I was playing, to get snipers out of their perches, because you could throw it kind of like a Symmetra orb, throw it really long range, and then just kind of back up and wait till it gets to them and deals damage. I'm not really sure how to use it yet. It seems like an ability that's going to be high skill cap in learning where to throw it, where you can bounce it a lot, what maps really support it well and what don't. I think it's going to be a fun ability to play with for sure.
We've been using a lot of Symmetra comparisons, but the next ability, Fade, is kind of somewhere in between a Tracer Blink and then Sombra's Invisibility. So it's interesting. You dash maybe 10, 15 feet in front of you, and it's very quick, and it doesn't last very long. What was your impression from that ability?
Well, the trailer made it seem like a teleport, like a straight-up blink or something like that, but really what it is like you said, you turn invisible and you get extremely fast and invulnerable, but also can't attack for a really brief amount of time. So to enemies, it looks like you're teleporting, but to you, you're scrambling trying to run. I was kind of surprised by how short its time was. It didn't feel it feels really much like a panic move, kind of, you just have to get out of there and you use it and bounce. Yeah, it's another one of those abilities where you're really going to have to learn exactly when to pop it, when to save it to get the most out of it.
Yeah, it's kind of an oh-crap button. Like the Genji deflection, without the ability, obviously, to bounce it back, it's situational in the sense that, man, there's an ultimate. There's Hanzo's ultimate flying right at me. I'm going to hit this. But then it also has that double threat, which is it can be used as mobility. It can be used to chase somebody who's running from you. Now, her ultimate is kind of the culmination of her entire kit, and it is actually called Coalescence. So put that in some notes. But I thought it was really cool. Basically, it's this giant laser beam, and it either damages enemies or heals allies. And unlike her other abilities, which you have to choose which you're going to do, it does both at the same time. So ideally, you could have all 5 of your allies lined up in front of you and 6 enemies behind them and heal all your allies and damage all your enemies. Of course, that will never happen. But did you get to use the ult?
That's the dream, right, is doing that. And yeah, the ultimate, I thought it was really, really strong. It lasts for a surprising amount of time. You can keep firing it for a very, very long amount of time. And I think what I liked most about it is that when one of its uses kind of runs out of effectiveness, like when your enemies all scatter and run away from you and you don't have anyone to hit anymore, suddenly you can just start targeting allies. I thought it was a really nice kind of pivot ultimate where if you don't kill anyone and you chase people away, then at least you're diffusing the fight and then can use it to immediately heal. So it's not like something like Soldier 76 or Pharah's where if you pop it and you just miss, you just whiff and everyone runs away and you don't get anybody in Soldier's auto aim, you still can find use out of this ultimate. So it feels like it's going to be the type of ultimate where you very rarely pop it and then just are oh, that was a waste of my ultimate.
Yeah, it also doesn't deal a lot of damage, as we're saying. The healing's great, but there's a lot of things that can heal you up very quickly in the game. I was getting people right in the middle of it, keeping them there, and it was like maybe a 2 seconds to kill kind of situation. But ultimately, I think that her entire kit is really interesting. It's a little bit like there's kind of a light and dark yin and yang thing happening with Zenyatta. This is like an entire character themed around that. Either the idea of damage or healing, you choose with every ability. So really cool, and I'm looking forward to playing more of Moira. Tom, thank you so much for joining me, and for all things Overwatch, keep it right here on IGN.